Hello, success enthusiasts. Dr. Simone here, and as always, welcome back to my channel, Dr. Simone Says. Today's video is extremely informal. You probably hear Barney playing in the background because that's what my son likes to listen to. It's Sunday evening. I am relaxed and I'm planning my week. And as I go about planning, of course, I'm thinking about who can I ask for advice or who can help me with whatever task I have to accomplish this week. And that really got me thinking. When it comes to advice, we have to be so very careful who we listen to. The saying goes that if you buy someone's advice, then you get their lifestyle. And so there are three people that I look to, or three types of people that I look to when I'm going to get advice. Because while most people have good intentions with helping me or helping others by giving advice, some people have no clue about where you're going or what you're doing or how you need to get there. They just have ideas like, oh, maybe this would work or maybe that would work, but they've never been there. So instead of going to someone who might have good intentions but won't be that helpful, I suggest looking for three types of people to get advice from. The first type of person is someone who is where you want to be. They've already been there, they've done that, they have been successful, and they have proof to show you. A lot of times people talk a good talk, and that's the most frustrating thing when you think someone is doing well or they are successful, and you go to talk to them and say, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? And you know what? The more you talk to them, then they expose themselves. And time will either elevate you or expose you. And oftentimes, if you wait long enough, then people get exposed. So you want to go to someone who has proven that they are where you want to be. That's the first person. They will be a great mentor. You can bounce ideas off of them, ask them, hey, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Or what did you do to get to point A, point B, point C? The second type of person is someone who is going along the same journey that you're going. You guys can be like workout partners, and I mean that figuratively as well as literally. Suppose your goal is to try and become more healthy. Well, for me, I have a group of people that I talk to on a daily basis, and we hold each other accountable. Or we might say, you know what, I'm really stressed out about this, or I'm really struggling with that. What would you do, or how did you do this? And so that's really helpful because they are actually going through the trenches with me. That kind of person is extremely valuable. And then the third person that most people really discount, but in my opinion is actually the most important type of person to get advice from, is someone who has failed. And so they can tell you, hey, here's what I would do differently. Or maybe they have failed, but they're still trying to achieve that goal. If they're honest with you, this person's information can be invaluable. It's, in my opinion, worth gold because they can say, look, here's what I did just last week, last month, last year, and it failed. But here's what I would do differently if I had another chance. Or here is what I did do differently. And look, I'm making gains or I'm making improvements. So the three type of people you want to listen to: someone who is already where you want to be, someone who is going where you're going, or someone who has failed, but they can give you real advice, honest advice. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And I have been guilty of listening to people who are well-intended with giving their advice, but it not be helpful because they don't have any clue. They're just thinking, well, you know what, I read something in a book once, or, you know, here's what I think that I would do if I were in the situation, but they have no reference point, nothing to back it up. It's just all hearsay or what they would do. But we all know that being in the moment or being in the goal, being in the journey is totally different than just thinking about it and dreaming about it, right? So be very careful because oftentimes advice coming from someone who does not know what they're talking about can actually be extremely hurtful to you on your goal. So I just want to remind you, it's whether it's a new week or not for you, if you're planning and going about trying to get mentors and trying to get advice from other people, think about who you're listening to because it can make the world of a difference. All right? So I hope you are doing well. If you have not already, be sure to thumbs up this video as well as comment down below and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. I actually just did my second channel giveaway. So that video, hopefully it's posted by now, but there'll be more than enough opportunities for everybody to enter other giveaways. And remember, this is Dr. Simone, and as always, I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide.